Good evening, I'm Apolinario, Ferdi Dignadis Valencia, and this is Philippine Headlines. In Luzon, four student hikers rescued after struggling to descend the mountain. The authorities rescued four student hikers after having difficulty descending a mountain in Claveria in the province of Cagayan last Saturday. According to the Cagayan police, the group aged 16 to 20 hiked up Bantay Calbo located in Barangay Tagat Sur. However, they reportedly lost their route and became stranded on the mountain. Around noon, one of their companions was able to seek help from authorities who immediately launched a search and rescue operation. The hikers were found weak and dehydrated by rescuers. After being brought down from the mountain, they were transported by rubber boat to Blue Lagoon Beach, where they received first aid from a barangay health worker before being taken to the rural health unit for further medical attention. Bantay Calbo in Claveria is a popular hiking destination known for its scenic ocean views. The authorities are reminding the public to exercise extra caution to avoid accidents. In Visayas, a Philippine airline flight from Dumaguete to Manila made an emergency landing at Iloilo International Airport at around 4:30 p.m. last Sunday. According to Iloilo International Airport's Facebook post, Flight PR2544 experienced insufficient oxygen supply in the cabin after reaching its cruising altitude of 32,000 feet. The aircraft landed safely, but some passengers required immediate medical assistance. Passenger Geno Rabaya said the plane's air conditioning was not working before takeoff, causing extreme heat, while oxygen masks were later deployed as passengers, including infants, had difficulty breathing. In Mindanao, man who allegedly hit and run two children dies in crash. A man died after the car he was driving crashed into the rear of a truck at dawn on April 18 this year in Purok 5 in Barangay Poblacion, the municipality of Maasim, the province of Sarangani. The victim was identified as Jasper Ivan Cabaraban, a resident of Glan, Sarangani province. Police investigation revealed that Cabaraban was allegedly involved in a hit-and-run incident in Barangay Cabatiol in the municipality of Maasim, the province of Sarangani, where two minors were struck. According to Police Major Edgar Valenzuela, chief of the Maasim Police a municipal police station, said the Fuso truck driven by Jesus Sabando Jr., a resident of Barangay Mabuhay in the city of General Santos, was traveling from Kiamba to General Santos City when its rear portion was suddenly hit. It was later found that the truck had been struck by a Hyundai Reyna driven by Cabaraban. Due to the strong impact, the victim was pinned inside the vehicle. Personnel from the Bureau of Fire Protection or BFP Maasim and the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office or MDRRMO attempted to rescue him, but he was declared dead. Meanwhile, the two minors injured in the hit-and-run incident are currently confined in a hospital in the city of General Santos, while Cabaraban's remains are now under the care of their local funeral parlor in the province of Sarangani. In the other news, leatherback sea turtle spotted in the province of Iloilo. A leatherback sea turtle was found by a woman along the shoreline in Barangay Santa Rosa in Gimbal, Iloilo last Saturday. The turtle weighed around 150 kilos with a curved carapace length of 118 centimeters and a width of 86 centimeters. The authorities were supposed to examine the sea turtle after dispatching a rescue team, but it was no longer found alive. For further examination, it was brought to Fish World for preservation in accordance with established protocol. And our business update, Petron implements LPG price rollback. The Petron Corporation has announced a price rollback on liquefied petroleum gas or LPG across its retail network. According to the company, the rollback will be implemented following of the excise tax on LPG ordered by the President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., which helped lower the product's price in the market. The exact amount of the rollback per kilogram has not yet been specified, but it is expected to provide relief to consumers, especially households that rely on LPG for daily cooking. In Luzon, bus from Bicol plunges into ravine in the municipality of Pagbilao, 2 dead, over 30 injured. The 2 people have been confirmed dead, while at least 30 others were injured after a passenger bus traveling from Bicol to Manila plunged into a ravine, according to initial reports from authorities. The incident occurred in the Malikboy area in the municipality of Pagbilao, the province of Quezon. A video captured by a local journalist, Milani Rabano, showed the aftermath of the crash, where the bus reportedly lost control before falling into the ravine. Rescue teams immediately responded to the scenes to assist passengers and transport the injured to nearby hospitals for urgent medical treatment. Clearing operations are still ongoing in the area. Authorities are currently investigating the cause of the accident, including possible mechanical failure, road conditions, and the driver's condition at the time of the incident. Officials continue to urge travelers and public transport operators to ensure the vehicles are in proper condition and to strictly follow safety regulations to prevent similar tragedies. In Visayas, SUV crashes into Mercury Drug Store. A private SUV crashed into a Mercury Drug in Barangay Dumlog in the city of Talisay, the province of Cebu, earlier last night. The incident resulted in injuries to a security guard who was hit by shattered glass. According to information from the City of Talisay Traffic Operations Development Authority, or City TODA, the driver had reportedly intended to buy medicine and park in front of the pharmacy. However, the vehicle suddenly accelerated and rammed into the establishments. The SUV driver was unharmed. In Mindanao, 3-hour fire hits into barangays now under control. A fire that lasted nearly 3 hours broke out last night in Barangay Puntod and Barangay Lapasan in the city of Cagayan de Oro near the coastal road before it was finally declared under control by the Bureau of Fire Protection, or BFP. According to Bureau of Fire Protection Cagayan de Oro, City District Fire Marshal Fire Superintendent Christopher Regencia, around 100 households were affected by the blaze, which escalated to a 4th alarm. An estimated 1 hectare of land was impacted by the incident. 1 person was brought to the hospital after being attacked by another individual. The Bureau of Fire Protection is currently verifying reports that the suspect, who was also reportedly beaten, may have been responsible for starting the large fire. At least 300 families have been temporarily evacuated and are currently staying at the nearest evacuation center in the area. In the other news, heavy rains possible in Davao region due to easterlies. The Davao region may experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms today due to the easterlies, according to the 24-hour localized weather forecast issued at 4 a.m. on April 21. The public is advised to remain alert for possible flash floods and landslides, especially during periods of heavy rain or severe thunderstorms in some areas. Moderate winds blowing from the northeast to east will continue, while coastal waters are expected to be moderate with wave height ranging from 1 to 5 to 2.5 meters. In the city of Davao, temperatures today are expected to range from 24 degrees Celsius to 34 degrees Celsius. And our business update, Apple's Tim Cook to step down as CEO in September. Apple on Monday announced that Tim Cook will step down as the tech giant's chief executive officer in September, handing the top job to company veteran John Ternus. The announcement answers long simmering questions about the successor for 65-year-old Cook, who said he will become executive chairman of the board when he sets Apple's CEO position. Cook joined Apple in 1998, rising through the ranks and helping drive its success as Chief Operating Officer, coordinating the iPhone maker's complex supply chain. He became Chief Executive in 2011 after the iconic co-founder and leader Steve Jobs left due to health issues. Cook is credited with expanding Apple's product line and increasing the company's value to approximately $4 trillion based on the value of its shares. Cook was the mastermind of the strategy that made China the primary manufacturing base for Apple devices, which the vast majority of iPhones assembled by contractor Foxconn and other suppliers in Chinese factories. Levinson currently holds the board chairmanship in a non-executive role. He will become the board's lead independent director. Ternus joined Apple's product design team in 2001 and became a senior vice president of hardware engineering over the course of the following 2 decades. He is credited by Apple with playing roles in an array of products, including iPhones, iPads, Apple Watch, and Mac computers. Apple marks its 50th anniversary this year as artificial intelligence challenges the Silicon Valley legend to prove it can deliver yet another culture-changing innovation. In Luzon, the man found dead after drowning in the river in the municipality of San Fabian. A 50-year-old man died after reportedly drowning in the Kayanga River in Barangay Longo Central, according to a police report. Based on the report, the victim was last seen alive at around 4 p.m. on April 19. According to his brother-in-law, the victim allegedly went to the river to sober up from alcohol and to swim. The following day, at around 6:30 a.m., the victim was found floating near the riverbank by a witness who is also a resident of the area. Another resident immediately responded and retrieved the victim's body from the water. According to the family, the victim was no longer brought to the nearest hospital due to indications that he had been submerged in the water for a long time. The family has accepted that the cause of death was accidental drowning. Authorities continue to remind the public to be cautious when swimming, especially after drinking alcohol, to avoid similar incidents. In Visayas, wandering man assaulted by a group. A netizen posted on social media showing CCTV footage of a group of youths attacking a man reportedly described as a wanderer. The incident allegedly occurred at around 2 a.m. earlier today near the boundary of Barangays Lahog and Camputao in the city of Cebu. Aside from being punched repeatedly, the CCTV video also showed the victim being struck on the head with a bottle while he was already crouching and being ganged up on. Authorities are still verifying whether the victim has reported the incident to the police. In Mindanao, scam and theft modus operandi strikes in Barobo. 2 cases of probiotic milk drinks were stolen. The public, especially store owners, is now being urged to stay vigilant against strangers posing as customers after the Coquilla store in Barangay Bahay in the municipality of Barobo, the province of Surigao del Sur, fell victim yesterday. According to a post by Ellen Coquilla, the incident occurred at around 3:30 p.m. Three men aboard a panel truck arrived at their store to receive her father, who was tending the shop. The suspects pretended to be buyers and even offered a salaset. While her father was distracted assisting one of the suspects, the other two accomplices quietly took two cases of probiotic milk drinks without the owner noticing. Coquilla immediately warned nearby residents and fellow business owners not to easily trust unfamiliar individuals who suddenly offer products, as they may be scouting for an opportunity to steal. The community is now calling on the public to promptly report to the police any sightings of the panel truck or suspicious activities in their area to prevent the group from targeting more victims. In the other news, fire continues to burn at the landfill in the city of Navotas. The fire and thick smoke from the landfill in the city of Navotas continue as of Wednesday. According to the Bureau of Fire Protection or BFP of Navotas, smothering operations such as covering the area with soil and misting have significantly helped in putting out the fire in some parts of the landfill. However, it remains uncertain when the fire will be fully extinguished due to the presence of methane gas coming from decomposing waste, which continues to fuel the blaze. In a business update, Jaime Augusto Zobel de Ayala was steps down as Globe chairman. Jaime Augusto Zobel de Ayala has stepped down as Globe Telecom's chairman after nearly 30 years, the telco giant announced on Tuesday. In a disclosure to the Philippine Stock Exchange, Globe said that it has elected Cesar Consing to replace Zobel as the company's chairman. Consing also serves as president and chief executive officer of Globe's parent firm, Ayala Corporation. Zobel, often referred to by his initials Haza, has been chairman of Globe since 1996 and director since 1989. Despite his departure, Globe said Zobel will continue to support the telco as chairman of Asiacom Philippines Incorporated, the joint venture between Ayala Corporation and Globe's majority shareholder, Singtel. Zobel's departure from Globe comes as other firms within the country's oldest conglomerate also begin leadership handovers. In March, Ayala Corporation announced that Haza's nephew, Jaime Urquijo, will be seconded to Ayala Land as its head for urban estates. Effective mid-April, he joined his sister Paloma and his cousin Mariana Zobel de Ayala at the conglomerate's real estate arm. Despite its departure from Globe, Zobel remains chairman of several firms under his family's conglomerate, such as the Bank of the Philippine Islands, Ayala Land, and the parent firm, Ayala Corporation. In Luzon, two cobras and twin caught on video. The two cobras were caught on video and twinned with each other in Barangay Piña in the municipality of Dayadi, the province of Nueva Vizcaya. According to the uploader Epifania Tasis, she and her child were on their way home on a motorcycle when they noticed their dogs barking at something. They were shocked to discover that it was actually two snakes and twinned on the slope of a hill near a cornfield. Some residents beat one of the snakes to death while the other managed to escape. Recently, a similar incident of two cobras and twinned was also captured on video along a roadside in Barangay Mabini in the municipality of Gamo, the province of Isabela. According to the Department of Environment and Natural Resources or DENR, it is currently mating season. which is why cobras are commonly seen coming out during this time to look for a partner. The agency also reminded the public not to approach, handle, harm, or kill these venomous snakes. Instead, they should report such incidents to the authorities so they can respond properly and prevent any danger. In Visayas, a vehicular accident occurred at kilometer 2 in Barangay Lawaan. According to information, the incident involved one motorcycle which reportedly overturned after the driver lost control. Member of RCERT, PNP, and Barangay Tanons of Lawaan, along with some residents, quickly responded to the scene. It was learned that one of those who assisted the victim was Barangay Kagawad Philip Mabasa, who helped bring the victim to Memorial Hospital until the victim's family arrived. In Mindanao, Mayor orders assistance for hospitalized tricycle drivers. Mayor Lorely Geronimo Pacquiao has directed the Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, to personally deliver assistance to the tricycle drivers who are currently confined in the hospital. According to the mayor, it is important to provide immediate support to the beneficiaries to help ease their needs while they are recovering. She also emphasized the importance of unity and cooperation within the community, especially during times of hardship, to ensure the government services are felt by every resident. In the other news, police officer in the province of Sultan Kudarat was honored as an outstanding public servant. Sir Brian G. Bernardino, a police colonel of the Philippine National Police, has been recognized as one of the Metrobank Foundation outstanding Filipinos in the field of police service. As the head of the Provincial Intelligence Unit in the province of Sultan Kudarat, he led operations against terrorism and criminal activities in the region. With over 2 decades of service, he played a key role in reducing incidents of violence through strong intelligence operation and close coordination with various government agencies. Among his notable achievements are the arrest of high-profiling bombing suspects and the strengthening of community-based programs aimed at steering the youth away from crime. His leadership reflects courage, integrity, and compassion, contributing to lasting peace and order in the province of Sultan Kudarat. And our business update, Mindanao Co-op members protest Meralco's planned entry. Hundreds of members of South Cotabato Electric Cooperative 2, or Socoteco 2, protested against what they described as a potential takeover attempt by Manila Electric Co., or Meralco, led by Manny Pangilinan. The demonstrators gathered outside the city council as a Meralco representative presented plans for a proposed joint venture aimed at improving system operations and modernizing the cooperative, which serves General Santos City, South Cotabato, and Sarangani. Protesters from Barangay Mabuhay and Barangay Conel carried placards accusing the country's largest power distributor of poor service and profiteering. Dato Imran Sumalampong, the group's leader, said Meralco has yet to fully address service issues in part of Luzon, raising concerns about its planned expansions into Mindanao. They also cited electricity costs, which reached about 14 pesos and 35 centavos per kilowatt hour in April 2026, as a potential burden if replicated locally. Meralco has said the partnership would focus on system improvements, but details of the arrangement have yet to be finalized. Member of the cooperative said they were concerned the deal could lead to the conversion of Socoteco 2 from a cooperative into a stock corporation. Sumalampong said member consumer owners should have the final say on any partnership involving the utility. In Luzon, Metro Manila is still experiencing high air pollution levels following the Navotas landfill fire. Air quality in Metro Manila has yet to return to normal nearly 2 weeks after the fire at the Navotas sanitary landfill, according to the Philippine Space Agency. Based on satellite monitoring by PHILSA, nitrogen dioxide levels remain higher compared to pre-fire conditions on April 6. The landfill fire, which reportedly began on April 10, continues to affect air quality due to smoldering conditions in the area, according to the Bureau of Fire Protection. PHILSA explained that the data is collected daily at exactly 8:45 a.m. to ensure consistent comparison. This pattern is called a diurnal cycle, which may be attributed to atmospheric processes such as easterlies, sea breeze, and land breeze, and the dissolution of the inversion layer, the agency said. Satellite data also show the extent of the smoke plume over Metro Manila and nearby provinces, which darker red areas indicating higher concentrations of nitrogen dioxide. In Visayas, preparation for a strong earthquake urged by DOST for residents of Eastern Visayas. The public in Region 8 is being urged to stay prepared for a strong earthquake that could strike at any time. This is because the Central Leyte fault remains highly active and may rupture, potentially causing sudden ground shaking. During the Maghanda Summit held yesterday at the Leyte Convention Complex, Jeffrey Perez, the senior research specialist of DOST FIVOX, said that the 100-kilometer Central Leyte fault has not moved for over 100 years. Since the Spanish colonial period, the fault has remained inactive, making it highly ripe and capable of rupturing at any moment. This fault segment runs from Burawen Leyte to St. Bernard Southern Leyte and has the potential to generate a magnitude 7.1 earthquake. Perez added that a 7.1 magnitude earthquake could affect nearly all parts of eastern Visayas. The said segment is connected to the fault line that moved in July 2017, which resulted in 4 deaths and left hundreds injured in Ormoc and Cananga. Science and Technology Secretary Renato Solidum also reminded the public that a local version of the big one is possible as every province has non-active fault. In Mindanao, the fire breaks out at Balfour Street, corner Pioneer in the city of Tacurong. A fire broke out this last evening at the corner of Malvar Street at Pioneer in Tacurong City. Firefighters quickly responded to extinguish the blaze and prevent it from spreading to nearby establishments. The authorities are still investigating the cause of the incident, and no official report has been released so far. These are still no confirmed details on whether there were any injuries or fatalities. The public is advised to remain alert and follow advisories from the local government as clearing operations continue in the area. And also, a grass fire was recorded in Purok Matahimik in Barangay Kenram, the municipality of Isulan, the province of Sultan Kudarat yesterday at around 1:33 p.m. According to the initial investigation, the incident was caused by extreme heat and the dry condition of the grass and vegetation in the area. The fire spread quickly due to thick, dry grass, and the situation worsened because of the presence of residual oil sludge from a former dump site in the area. The Sulan Fire Station immediately responded using 2 fire trucks and requested additional support through the emergency hotline, prompting the SKPD RRMO to swiftly deploy personnel. Through prompt and coordinate fire suppression operations, the blaze was successfully controlled and completely extinguished by around 5:30 p.m. No casualties or structural damage were reported. Meanwhile, amid the ongoing intense the summer heat, An increase in fire incidents is expected. The public is advised to remain vigilant and avoid any activities that may cause fires. In the other news, the faith above all. Sultan Kudarat Governor Dato Pax Ali Sangki Mangudadato prays in the middle of a road in Japan. Sultan Kudarat Governor Dato Pax Ali S. Mangudadato has drawn admiration from the public after a photo of him went viral, showing him solemnly performing Salah or Islamic prayer in the middle of the road in Japan. The viral image highlights his strong devotion to his faith, proving the distance of travel is not a barrier or fulfilling one's spiritual obligations. According to netizens, the moment serves as an inspiration not only to his constituents but also to Muslims around the world that wherever that may be. They should remain steadfast in their faith and connection to Allah. And our business update, inflation in the Philippines likely to exceed target, this says BFP. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BFP expects the country's inflation rate to surpass the 4% target through 2027 due to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. According to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, the inflation outlook has deteriorated amid the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. Higher global oil and fertilizer prices have begun feeding through the domestic fuel and food prices. At the same time, core inflation has continued to rise, pointing to a broadening of the underlying price pressures. In response, the central bank raised its policy interest rate by 25 basis points to help curb rising prices. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas also stated that average headline inflation is seen to breach the 4% tolerance ceiling in the both 2026 and 2027, while inflation expectations are also increasing, which could further intensify price pressures. In March, inflation rose to 4.1% from 2.4% in February, driven by higher oil prices and a weaker peso linked to tensions in the Middle East. And that is Philippine Headlines this Friday, April 24, 2026. I'm Apolinario Ferdinand si Valencia, and this is Salakot Online Broadcasting Network. Good night, Philippines. Amping kasadya.